South Africa is no stranger to political shakeups and economic debates, but what just happened might leave you speechless. The Democratic Alliance or DA has finally broken its silence on the controversial new budget, and what their leader just revealed has sent shockwaves across every corner of the country. People are talking, analysts are reacting, and citizens are either applauding or panicking. This moment is more than just politics. It could be the turning point that changes everything about how South Africa handles its finances. Today we are diving deep into what was said, what it means, and why this budget revelation could flip the nation's economy upside down. To understand why this announcement is so significant, we first need to take a step back and look at where this all began. South Africa's national budget has always been a hot topic, often dividing public opinion, especially in a country with such deep inequality, rising unemployment, and social tension. For decades, the ruling ANC has been at the center of economic planning, directing spending priorities and outlining how taxes are allocated. While some praise their efforts in welfare and infrastructure, many criticize the lack of transparency, mismanagement, and increasing debt levels that have strained the economy. DA leader speaks out over time. Over the past few years, opposition parties have grown more vocal about the direction of the budget. The DA has consistently positioned itself as a party of accountability, growth, and fiscal responsibility. But up until recently, they hadn't made a major pushback that captured national attention until now. The DA's leader, John Steenhuisen, stood before a press conference and delivered a message that was both bold and deeply unsettling for those who've grown comfortable with the status quo. In his address, Steenhuisen claimed that the new budget proposal doesn't just fall short, it fails the people entirely. He pointed to what he called reckless overspending in certain departments and dangerous underinvestment in others. He questioned why billions were being channeled into state-owned enterprises that continue to underperform while sectors like health, education, and policing are seeing only modest gains or flat allocations. His words painted a picture of a government that's lost touch with everyday South Africans. Perhaps the most shocking part of his speech was the revelation that the DA had uncovered internal documents suggesting that budget projections had been manipulated to appear more optimistic than reality supports. These claims, if proven true, could lead to a full-blown investigation and possibly force top officials to account for what could be a massive breach of public trust. The DA is now demanding a full audit, and their call is gaining traction from economists, watchdog groups, and even some disillusioned members of parliament. Economists are already weighing in on the implications. Some say the DA is raising valid concerns about sustainability and long-term planning. Others argue that the DA may be exaggerating certain points to gain political mileage ahead of upcoming elections. Budget shock still, the consensus is that this moment has cracked open a serious debate that can't be ignored. The country is now watching closely to see what happens next. Whether this will lead to real change or just more political noise. One thing is clear, the public reaction has been intense. Social media exploded with hashtags like #BudgetShock and #DaReveals, with thousands of South Africans sharing their concerns, support, or outright disbelief. Citizens from all walks of life are engaging in heated discussions about whether the DA is finally holding the government accountable or if it's just another political tactic. For many, the issue hits close to home as budget decisions affect jobs, services, and everyday life. In townships and cities alike, communities are voicing worries about rising taxes, shrinking public services, and broken promises. The budget impacts everything from how much parents pay for school transport to how long people wait in hospitals. That's why this moment isn't just about numbers on a page. It's about the real lives affected by those numbers. Steenhuisen's comments might have stirred the pot, but they've also given people a reason to pay attention. Inside Parliament, tensions are heating up. Members of the ANC have dismissed the DA's claims as baseless and are politically motivated. They insist that the budget reflects the government's best efforts to balance a struggling economy with urgent national needs. Finance Minister Enoch God defended the budget by saying it was crafted with expert consultation and designed to support growth, reduce debt, and protect the most vulnerable. But critics aren't convinced, and the DA is pushing back hard. In response, Steyn Horizon has proposed a counter-budget of sorts, outlining where the DA believes spending counter-budget should be shifted, how inefficiencies can be cut, and how the economy could be stimulated through targeted investment. They argue that the current budget's focus on bailouts and bloated departments is costing the country innovation and job creation. This proposal is drawing attention, with business leaders and NOSAs calling for a deeper review of national spending practices. Looking ahead, the future seems uncertain. Will this controversy spark real reform? Will other parties join the DA in calling for budget transparency and financial discipline? Or will the issue fade under political pressure and media fatigue? The next few weeks will the future be critical in shaping the answers to those questions. Parliament is expected to hold special sessions to review the DA's claims and assess the budget again, meaning more drama, more debate, and potentially more surprises. What we are witnessing is more than a political clash. It's a defining moment in South Africa's democratic journey. Citizens are demanding accountability. Institutions are being tested. And the spotlight is now firmly fixed on how the government manages money in a time when every cent truly counts. Whether you agree with the DA or not, their bold move has pushed budget issues into national focus in a way that few expected. Steinison's message resonated because it touched on something deeply felt by many people. Frustration. South Africans are tired of hearing the same promises year after year without seeing real change. When the lights go out, when the roads break down, and when job opportunities disappear, people feel abandoned. And in those moments, they look to leaders who aren't afraid to speak the truth, even if it's uncomfortable. We must not forget the human side of all this. Behind the numbers are teachers, nurses, shopkeepers, students, and pensioners. When budgets are drawn, it's their lives that hang in the balance. They don't want speeches. They want action. They want to see roads repaired, hospitals staffed, schools equipped, and jobs created. And so we end where we began, with a shock, a speech, and a challenge. The DA has made its move. The ANC has responded. The people are watching. Thanks for watching. If this video gave you something to think about, please take a moment to like it and share it with your friends. We are building a community that cares about the future of South Africa. Subscribe for more in-depth breakdowns and turn on notifications so you never miss a major update. And most importantly, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you support the DA's call for budget reform? What changes do you want to see in your community? Let's talk about it.